Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, with another MyCareer 2K gameplay. Today, it is game one of the finals. We're taking on LeBron James and the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's see if we can get this game one win and move on to game two. Man, we never win the tip. Can we get Josh Smith to do the opening tip? Because Bogut doesn't win tips. I'm used to winning the tip. Bogut has never won a tip for us yet. Oh yeah, got that steal. Oh yeah, I see you, David Lee. That's a lob though. That's how you start off the NBA Finals. Lob. The steal and the lob. That's how you start off the NBA Finals. But this isn't live commentary. This is post commentary. So, my topic is draft classes. Now, we are not going to include the fucking 84 draft, the 1996 draft, or the 2003 draft. We're going to talk about. Matter of fact, we're not even going to include a draft before the 2003 draft. We're going to talk about the draft classes after 2003. So when I look back at a lot of these drafts, I see a lot of potential. Now, if I get some of these guys in these draft classes wrong, like, hey, that's not his right draft class, he was drafted this year, then correct me. I don't care. It's been some time. I don't really remember these draft classes that well. But I feel like some of them were underrated. Some of them were overlooked. Some of them were very underrated. Like the 2005 draft class. I feel like 2005 draft class was very underrated for what it brought out. I mean, you had Bogut. You had Bogut. You had Darren Williams. You had Chris Paul. I believe David Lee was in there as well. Nate Robertson. I believe Monte Ellis was in there. I think Monte Ellis was in there. I think he was. I'm not for sure he was, but I think he was in there. I'm trying to think who else was in that draft class. Because I think that 05 draft class was really good. But the one that really stood out to me was that 09 draft class. That 09 draft class with Blake Griffin, Stephen Curry, Brandon Jennings, Todd Lawson, Drew Holiday. Trying to think who else was in that draft class. Ricky Rubio. That was a beastie draft class. That to me, the 09 draft class was really the most underrated draft class. Because that produced a lot of stars. I mean, I'm not going to say that everybody's a star, because not everybody you know is an all-star in that draft class, but it produced. And even the 2008 draft class with Derrick Rose and Westbrook, and yeah, the one with Derrick Rose, Westbrook, Kevin Love, Rudy Gay, not Rudy Gay, but JaVale McGee, DeAndre Jordan. I'm trying to think who else was in that draft class. I think Mike Conley was in that draft class too. Him, OJ Mayo. Who else? I'm trying to think. I forgot who was in that draft class, but all I know is that draft class, those two draft classes right there were really overlooked. Because the 09 and the 08 draft class, that has some true stars in there, man. Like if you look at them now, they have some stars in there. Like, I don't care what you say. Those guys, they got a lot of stars in that draft class. Now, the draft class with Kevin Durant, I'll probably say that was, it was alright. It was alright. It produced some superstars, not a lot. The draft class before that, I think that was the '06 draft class. I think that was the same draft class with Brandon Roy. I want to say Rudy Gay as well. Rudy Gay. Who else was in that draft class? I don't know. I don't really remember a lot of these draft classes that well. But to me, I really feel like the '09 and the '08 draft class, that was really a under overlooked draft class. I think James Harden was in that '09 draft class. Yeah, he was. I believe he was. Yeah. James Harden's in that draft class too. See, the '09 draft class produced a lot. That's why I really consider that a draft class that should really be looked at in the near future. The '09 draft class. I feel like that's the draft class that should really be looked at in the near future. But I mean, that's me. If you got a different draft class that you felt like didn't really get looked at as much, just say it below. Or go on Twitter, tell me about it. Whatever. Till then, peace.